Hello, vinyl community. This is Joe nazZZ back again with a very special video to share with you. One of my favorite bands, but you may hear me say that a lot. I have a lot of favorite groups, but this one is near and dear to my heart, and one of the reasons I play music myself. Please, again, if you'd subscribe and leave any comments, would really love to hear from you. Okay, we're going to start it right off then. So, first of all, and these are in no order, so don't worry about the order stuff. Okay, it's the Beatles, as you can see behind me. We're going to start with the White Album. This is a reissue done on white vinyl. Very cool, pristine condition. Would not believe where I got this. Got this at a garage sale for $2, and it has all the poster, has the pictures, everything. My next record is Beatles 6. This is an original on the Capitol label. The American copies of this, and this is also mono. I tried to get the mono and the stereo. Really hard to find a decent copy. And now when I talk about decent, I mean cover, no rips, no tears, no nothing. And then the record in at least very good shape. Really, really hard to find. Here's an early Beatles stereo, which is an original as well. And then I've got the on original vinyl in really, really great shape. This one for the Beatles has been a personal, I don't know if you call it grail, but it's been one that I've really been wanting. But I mean, when it comes to the Beatles, you want everything. I don't believe there are too many bad songs. But this one is live at the Star Club in Hamburg, Germany, and it has, I believe it has everything that they did on those recordings. So, and again, I am totally open to comments. People who have more knowledge than me, totally cool, would love to hear from you. Opens up. Double record in fabulous shape, really good shape, and that's really important to me, is to have the records in really good, at least very good shape. Otherwise it's really not even worth buying, as far as I'm concerned, unless it's something, you know, like a butcher cover, which I do not have. But everybody, you know, everybody wants a butcher cover, of course. But, you know, I just haven't got the money to invest in something like that at the current time. Okay, now this I'm very, very proud of. It's really very hard to find a good copy of the Beatles' second album on mono. Really, really hard. You know, with no splits, nothing wrong with it. You know, it's got some wear on it, but That is, you know, I've been looking for years and years, and that's the best one I've ever been able to find. But on this, the vinyl is just beautiful. Mono. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful shape. On records like these, I take the record out and put it on the back of the plastic, because, you know, these things are so flippin' hard to find, unless you want to pay, you know, a mint for them, and I don't. I don't think I've ever paid more than $20. I might have paid a little more than that on a couple things, but most of the time, no way. Here is a really great, good shape, Something New by the Beatles, and again, mono. And see that? You know, beautiful, in really beautiful shape. And again, the vinyl, I wish you guys could really see that, just gorgeous. You know, so hard to get these mono pressings in really good shape. You have to go out and work, man. You gotta look everywhere. This is one of my, I found this for $10 at the Pasadena swap meet about 2 months ago and was floored. This is Beatles 65, still in its original plastic, mono. Unbelievable. The shape of this thing is just pristine. And the record in the original cover, in beautiful shape. Just awesome. So hard to find the original mono pressings in this kind of shape, let alone the stereo pressings. I mean, the stereo pressings in good shape, hard to find as well, but the mono pressings, I mean, come on. Okay, and here's a classic Red Apple, really good shape, of Let It Be. In my last video, I shared with you that my first album I ever bought was the Jackson 5's Greatest Hits when I was 8 years old. This, I bought at the same time, and it was the second. It was the second one I chose. And this is not the one. The one I had is long gone. But this was the second album that I ever purchased, was Let It Be, with my own money. And yeah, I played the grooves out of it. Like that Jackson 5. I actually have the Jackson 5 record, and I played the grooves out of that. I don't play it anymore. I keep it because, like I said, it was the first album I ever picked and bought with my own money. But a classic, of course, Let It Be. And here is a classic, the classic Abbey Road. Still in the plastic, on Apple. I really enjoy that. I really like having the original plastic on albums, period. And of course, the vinyl is pristine, perfect. First US pressing. Most of my albums are US pressing. I don't think I might have one or two. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. I am totally into being corrected. So I think I'm right, but... Okay, so here is a pristine stereo pressing, US pressing, first pressing of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's in perfect shape, really great shape. Okay, and you can see, really nice. Inside, beautiful. And has the original, of course. Gotta have that. Okay, so now here is a really very, very cool record. Very, very hard to find. A really good copy of an original mono pressing of Sgt. Pepper's. And of course, I have one. Really pretty good shape. You know, you can see that there's no stereo at the top. Okay, you can see the sides. It's in really, really good shape. Oh, and of course, the insert. And let me show you the inside. Really great shape. So hard to find these. Mono, so hard. You have no idea. Well, yes you do, because you're the vinyl community. The only thing I think is a little bit of wear on the back, but the vinyl, just beautiful. I mean, it's so very hard to find this stuff mono. You know, unless you want to pay a good price for it. You can find it, but you're going to pay for it. I didn't pay more, I think, than $20 for this. But see, you have to find those people that are wanting to sell. Okay, so here is a original stereo pressing. Or no, is this mono too? No, stereo, yeah. I don't think I have a mono of Magical Mystery Tour. But anyway, here is a stereo copy of Magical Mystery Tour. Original. This one is in fairly good shape. With the original booklet. Inside. Just open the page here. So I want to get another copy of this. It's not quite where I would like my copy to be. I'd like to get a mono pressing as well. But again, these things are hard. I've been searching for years. Now, here's something that's really nice. This is an original. And again, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Okay, I think I'm right, but if I'm wrong, go ahead and correct me. Here is an original introducing the Beatles on VJ. In really just perfect condition. The label is off a little bit, I think, on this side, but if you look at, if you can see the condition, I mean, it's just unbelievable. Now I know that this is not the one that's really expensive that everybody wants. It's there's two of them, and some of them have Ask Me Why or something like that, and Please Please Me or something, and this one has Love Me Do and P.S. I Love You instead. But there were two different kinds. This is the one with Love Me Do and P.S. I Love You, and it's still worth a lot of money, but it's not it's not worth like the other ones. Again, if I'm wrong, correct me. Now, this, I scored big on this one too. This is an original Apple of Yellow Submarine. It's still in the plastic, pristine, and the vinyl, perfect. Just unbelievable. That's the way I like them. I like them original. If I can get them in the plastic, that's the way I like them too, in the plastic. The original price for this was $5.98. Unbelievable. I bought this recently at the Pasadena College record swap, and I paid $20 for it, but it was worth the $20. Okay, my next record, this is a stereo pressing of the original Beatles White Album. These can be worth up to $1,000 if they're pristine, and they have to have the original number, like that. This one is not in as good a condition. Has the original Apple records. Again, this is one of those ones, it's not as good as I would like. But it is an original copy. And for an album that, if it was pristine, is worth $1,000, this one's not, it'd be good. Maybe a little less than good. But I still keep it in my collection because it's fairly clean. This is a laser disc that I have, and I keep it with my records, but I thought I would show it because it's pretty cool. If you had a laser disc, this would be ultimate. It's the Ultimate Live Collection Tour 64 to 66. Obviously a bootleg. But it has the full Washington Coliseum concert in 64. It has the Shea Stadium in New York in 65. It has their Paris show, evening show in 65. And it has the famous Budokan afternoon show in 66. So, pretty cool. I've never seen another one. I've looked them up online, everywhere. I've never seen it. So, okay. So the next one we're going to do is the Beatles 67 to 1970. This is original on Apple. Really great condition. You know, perfect. Really nice condition. And again, +2, unless they're stereo and mono recordings, because those can be different. I only, you know, they've got capital ones of this. They've got, you can get, you know, all kinds of different country pressings of different ones from Germany or from France or from wherever. But I just like to get the original Apple ones, and, you know, from the US. And as long as I've got a copy of it, I'm happy, you know. Okay, here's Beatles 62 to 66 on Apple, original. And I believe the inside is the same. Yeah, the inside's the same as the other one. Again, vinyl is really, really nice. Okay, now folks, This one I found at the 127 highway yard sale last August at a vendor who was selling records, and I paid $20 for it, and it is unflippin' believable. This is an absolutely perfect. The only thing that it doesn't have is the plastic still on it. Other than that, it is absolutely near mint shape of Meet the Beatles original mono pressing. Mono. Look at those sides. Look at the edges. Perfect. And the record, just as perfect as the album cover. Perfect. I could not believe this when I found this. I couldn't get the money out of my pocket fast enough. Really, really got lucky getting that. Here's one I picked up for $5, and it's the Amazing Beatles on original Clarion. Not in that great a shape. It's okay, but it's the Beatles. It's a tough one to find, so I picked it up. Here's an original Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl. And you can actually still get these tickets. You can buy original tickets online. I think they're like $100 to $200. I have a huge ticket collection, but they're all concerts I actually went to. So, but you know, something like that would be cool to have. Again, the vinyl, perfect. The originals are. They've got the, here's the inside cover. The originals have the embossing of the tickets on the front and the back. The repressings do not have that. Okay, and here's another one, the Beatles love songs. Again, in really great shape. And this, again, it has the emboss. The originals have the gold embossing on the front. And they've got a really cool picture inside. Very cool. I particularly like this record. I'm a softie. I'm a romantic. I love songs. So there you go. One record that I don't have with the Beatles is an original Hard Day's Night soundtrack, American. I have looked and looked and looked and looked, and I've seen several of them, but they've always been thrashed, or they're not. You've got some mess ups here, mess ups there, and you know, I know I can find a better one. Here's the Help soundtrack, original. It's got a slight crease in the back here, but, and you know, it's in really great condition. The record, very nice, really nice. Okay, and here's another one that came out, I believe, in the late 70s. That's called The Beatles Rock and Roll Music. Again, this is a really good copy. I've got a slight dent up here, but this is these are really hard to find in good condition. Very cool. Always liked this record. Pristine vinyl, really nice. You know, for me, saying favorite songs, it's kind of tough because I think there's only maybe a handful that I don't like. So I kind of like everything. I definitely have my favorites, but okay, so check this out. This is a pristine stereo version of the Beatles' Yesterday and Today, still in the plastic. I got these at the Long Beach Swap Meet in Long Beach, California for $10 a piece. All the ones coming up here, yes, all the rest that I have I got for $10 a piece. This guy had all of them sitting there. And, you know, pristine vinyl, a ridge. I mean, in the flippin' plastic. Unbelievable. I mean, you know, you don't find them. Okay, so here's another stereo version of Beatles 65. This is stereo. Doesn't have the plastic, but it's perfect, and the record, perfect. Now here is a stereo version, original stereo version of the Beatles' second album, and look at the condition of this. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Vinyl, perfect. The vinyl's perfect. You know, finding these things like this, it doesn't happen. Very, very seldom. You've really got to work to find them. Here is a stereo version of something new, and again, it's pristine. It's a little off on the top here on where they put the writing, but other than that, I mean, it's in the plastic. Like somebody just bought it yesterday and opened it. Crazy. Perfect shape vinyl. Just beautiful. The last two are basically my favorite Beatle records. I love them all, but these last two are definitely my faves. And this is an original stereo pressing on Apple of Revolver, but it's in perfect shape. Really good shape. Would like to get that on a mono, on original Capitol one of these days. Good luck. I mean, like I said, if you want to pay a couple $100, then it's no problem. You can pick these things up fairly quickly. But okay, and here's my last one. This is an original mono pressing of Rubber Soul. Again, really hard to find mono pressings. Record's in really great shape. Okay. So that's going to do it for me. I really appreciate everybody watching, and I'm having so much fun sharing all of these things with you. And I know the Beatles, okay? It's a little cliche, or, you know, for those of us that have had the years to enjoy a lot more music. But for me, I love the Beatles. It's one of the reasons I started playing. I used to sit with a broomstick in front of a mirror and, you know, strum the broomstick and you know, sing to Beatles songs and just have the time of my life, and just wishing that I could do that someday. And now I do. So I gotta give props and respect, and I love the collecting aspect of it, mono and stereo versions, trying to find that pristine, you know, copy, and you know, you never know where you're gonna find it, and so there you go. So happy hunting on that. Again, light, love, and peace. Bye now.